All right, guys. This video is going to be pretty simple. I'm going to be cooking spaghetti for the first time ever in my life. Um, Growing up, I've never had an interest in learning how to cook. No one ever taught me how to cook. Somebody in my family was always cooking spaghetti at least once a month. So I've never felt like I need to learn how to make this so that I can eat it because I've been craving it. But lately, living in a box truck all by myself for the past year, I find myself craving spaghetti. And I thought no better time now than ever to just start learning how to make it myself because it's an inexpensive, delicious meal. I have an idea of how to do this. Like right now, I'm boiling water. And once that's boiled, I'm going to cut these noodles in half and throw them in there and then let them cook up until they're soft. Same thing as macaroni and cheese. I've made macaroni and cheese before. Same thing until they're soft and then they're done. Then I gotta cook the meat how I normally cook meat, hamburger meat. But this time towards the end, I'm gonna strain all the oil left over, put some of this stuff on top, and then I'm supposed to cook that until it starts bubbling. And then I just mix the two stuff together and we got spaghetti. So what's been going on? Let's start with volunteering. The volunteering stuff, the internship that it's weird calling it internship. It's not like it is, but it isn't. I'm volunteering in hopes, and everyone there working knows that my intentions are to eventually work there. But right now, I'm still working on becoming a volunteer. Today's Saturday. Yesterday morning, I had to go and get a TB shot, and then Monday I have to go back. I got to see the results for that, and then I return the results back to the county. And then from there, I think I officially become a volunteer. I've been volunteering like under the table, basically, not officially. So hopefully that gets sorted this week. Everything's been going great with that. Uh, People there like me. People like me. Um, Staff likes me. There hasn't been really any issues. I've been enjoying it. I love the sense of community that I've been getting from it, and I love that I've been able to be a peer for other people coming in, and they look forward to going and seeing me and hanging out, and it just feels good. The water is boiling. Okay, take our noodles. Take our noodles. And I was told to, for one serving, to try to make it like dime sized, enough to like be the size of a dime. And I think that is. So I'm gonna break this in half and throw it in there. What is that? This is the meat. This is my one serving of hamburger meat. And that'll be my lunch. Okay, so what else is going on? I talked about volunteering. Um, the religious stuff, the witchcraft stuff, the Wicca stuff. I'm still reading books. I'm still trying to learn as much as I can. I have plans to do a ritual to meet with a deity. His name is the Horn God. But there's been some obstacles I've had to get around for me to prepare to do that. So it's going to be a little bit longer till I can do that. I tried to go to the park. I was told that there was oak trees at the park. I need acorns to do the ritual. Here's a clip. I'll show you a clip of what these oak trees look like. They're still baby oak trees. They're still baby oak trees. Maybe they do produce acorns, but I saw that somebody like works for the park and they clean the park. And I'm sure what I understand now is I'm sure somebody's collecting them before anybody else could even get to them. Any branches or acorns that fall, I'm sure are cleaned up to keep the park looking neat. And acorns are worth some good money, actually. I've surrendered to the fact that I have to order acorns online. I'm not gonna be able to find them in the wild. I don't know where else to find an oak tree around here is. I went online and acorns are like $1 each, and you have to buy them in a bundle. So for anybody out there who owns an oak tree in your backyard or knows a location of an oak tree, I highly encourage you to go collect the acorns. Do the water test where you put them in water, and if they float or sink, determines if they're still fertile or not, and then sell them online as a bundle because they're worth good money. I had to buy 10 for $10. They're $1 each. I bought 10. I only need 2 for the ritual. So the other 8 acorns I have left over, I'll be planting those somewhere around here, all over town. And then maybe a few acorn trees can come out of that. That would be very beautiful. And then until I do this ritual, and while I'm still waiting for all my ritual tools to come in the mail, I'm just studying books. I'm studying deeper into the religion of Wiccan, which I'm now understanding is not that old. Witches have existed for a very long time. Witchcraft has existed for a very long time. But actual Wicca religion has only been stapled since the 1950s. Like an actual stapled religion. I'm sure Wicca was in the dark before that, but Wicca came out publicly in the 50s after the British laws. What do you call it? They took the laws away, saying that you can't do witchcraft and stuff like this. And then that's when this guy Gerald Garner, I think, came out in the 50s and said, yeah, we're witches, we exist, this is what we do. If you don't like it, suck it, basically. And then, and it is what it is today, and it's still evolving. There's a thing now called Talk Witches or TikTok witches or something like that. It's like this new age neo witches on TikTok that are all just sharing misinformation. They tell you do not go on TikTok to look for advice or introduction to witchcraft because a lot of it is misinformation. A lot of bullshit is on TikTok. To read the books, learn from the masters, stay away from TikTok. There's a lot of nonsense and misinformation going around. Hold on, what the fuck? Oh, I was like, is something on fire? But no, the steam on the spoon is. Can you see that? I thought something was on fire. I was like, what the fuck is that? The water's just steaming. It's like, 70 degrees in here. That's weird. It's really weird. Maybe it's magic. Maybe it's witchcraft. Yeah, I've been learning a lot. Something else I want to talk about is how much I embrace AI. I know a lot of people are pushing back against it, but I absolutely love it. I love that I can read these books, and if I'm having a hard time understanding a certain chapter, I can just copy it, paste it into ChatGPT and said, hey, can you rewrite this as if you were trying to teach this to a child? And he'll say, fuck yeah, dude. And he'll rewrite it, and then I can read it and I can go, oh, this is what they meant. And then the chapter just makes so much more sense to me. So for those that are anti-AI. There's so many beautiful ways you can use it. I understand, trying to replace real art and stuff like that is dangerous, but I think that it's helping me understand things a lot faster than I think I could learn on my own. Those are not done yet. No, I don't think those are done yet. What else? We talked about volunteering. We talked about my new interest, my new religious interest. There's nothing else to really talk about. I haven't really been playing video games. I've been so absorbed by all this other stuff that I'm interested in. My battery is not charging. We have not been getting enough solar rays, enough UV lights to come in and keep my battery charged. I'm at like 45% right now. And I think my fridge uses like 20% of my battery overnight. So if we're low tomorrow, I need to drive to a car charging place that uses this plug on this converter, and then plug this into my battery, and then use a car charging parking spot to charge my battery, which I haven't done it yet, so I don't know what that experience is going to be like. I think if I do that tomorrow, I'll end this video with that experience to show you guys what that's like. And then, because the sun's not supposed to come out till like Monday or Tuesday, and I really need my fridge right now. I got a ton of food in there that I need to keep alive for me to eat. Now, last winter, during the winter, it's not winter yet, we're barely falling into fall, but last winter I completely unplugged my fridge and just ate dry food all the way through winter and most of spring. I think towards summer I finally turned my fridge back on, and I think I could have turned it on earlier, but between wanting to heat up this mini bed, I put a heated mattress on top of it, and I want to keep that warm, keep myself warm. Between that and the lights and keeping my phone and tablet charged, I said, screw it, I can just eat dry food for the winter. I'll be fine. And I think I'm gonna do that again this winter because I really need to just keep my body warm. I still have this stove. I can cook things up. I can still eat warm food. I just can't eat anything that needs to be stored in a fridge or freezer. That leaves me with tons of inexpensive foods that I can still enjoy and do that. I also have my family's apartment where I can store things that I need. If I want to store meat in the freezer and just take it out the day before I want to cook it on here, I can always do that too. So I don't need a fridge and freezer. It's just very convenient to have everything here for me and left in place throughout the year. So I'll be doing that again this winter. I'll be unplugging the fridge this winter and using it as a storage to keep all my dry foods in. Mainly tuna and crackers and bread and PB&J, and it's almost done. I think another couple minutes. And just, stuff that can, usually it comes in a can or a bag. There's a chicken that comes in a can. There's canned chicken that I was eating. You can store that wherever you want. Pull it out, throw it on the pan, season it, put some sauce, whatever, and that's good. It was good chicken. It was decent chicken. It wasn't like the best, but it was decent chicken. I don't think there's really much other than that. I finally stole. I finally sold the drum set that I've been trying to sell. I couldn't sell it online because it would have cost too much to package it and ship it. I didn't feel like it was worth doing all that work. So I've been trying to sell it locally so I can just meet up with somebody and hand it off to them. Yesterday, while I was volunteering, somebody hit me up online and they're like, hey, I like your drum set, but can you deliver it to me in the next town over? And also, can I get $50 off your price? And I'm like, hell no. Hell no, bro. You want me to deliver? You want me to use my gas to bring it to you and you want a cut out of that money? Hell no, bro. If I'm using gas to drive all the way over there, and this truck isn't cheap, man. And I'm in the state of California. It's especially gas is especially not cheap in my situation. So I said, hell no. I'll drive it to you, but I want it. I want all the money, bro. I want all of it. I want the whole thing. So he said, okay, that's fine. I said, all right, well, like, what do you want to, like, do you want to meet? Like, where are you at? And he's like, well, I'm at the college dorms. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. So anyways, we set up. He's like, I could do any time before 6, just come by. I'll be ready. I'm like, all right. So I'm texting him. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna leave right now. I'm gonna go get it out of storage. I get the things out of storage. I'm like, hey, I'm leaving storage right now. I'll be there in like 20 to 30 minutes. This whole time, this guy's not replying. And I'm like, should I go? Am I wasting my time? Am I being set up? Is this even real? But I was like, you know what? I really need this money right now. Especially after spending like almost $100 on all this stuff for my Wiccan tools. I really need some money right now. So I did it. I drove all the way over there. I get there and he still hasn't even read the message. So I'm like, hey, I'm here. I'm at the bottom of the hill though. I don't see any way to drive up to your dorm. He finally replies like 10 minutes later. And I'm in a 20-minute parking spot. Like, I got to get in and out because now I'm noticing that the people working at the college are starting to like look, like check out what I'm doing and what's up with my truck. And like, they're just being really nosy. I was like, dude, I'm gonna get kicked out of here soon. Like, we gotta go. He shows up with his friend and I see him like walking down. He messaged me, I see you. So I'm like, all right, let me start pulling stuff out. He walks up and I'm like, hey, is your name the name he gave me? He's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Like, I got everything here. I'm just pulling it out right now. Him and his friend were like, oh, cool. Like how much is this? And then his friend was like, it's like $500. He's like, damn, that's an easy $500. And then I think the noodles are done. Hold on. Okay, we are cooking the meat now. Anyways, so these kids show up finally, and I'm showing him everything, and he's like about ready to walk everything back to his dorm, and I'm like, hold on, bro. Like, you gotta throw some money at me first. He's like, oh yeah, my bad, we gotta. So he sends me the money, and then he's realizing like it's more stuff than he thought. And he's like, man, I really wish our other friend was here to help us. Is there any way that you could help us? Is there any way that we can get you to help us carry this stuff? And I'm not an asshole, so I said, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna be like, nah, like, fuck you. I'm like, yeah, no problem. I should have said no. Looking back, I should have said no. Because these guys picked up the lightest stuff they saw and left me with all the heavy stuff to carry. The chair, the bag of hardware, the trash bag full of like all the extra crap, and then the big giant kick drum heads. They left me to carry all that stuff myself. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. So I lock up the truck, and then I start walking towards them, not knowing how far they were from this road. This is a road, and then there's this hill, and on this hill is where these dorms were built. So there's this hill, there's all these stairs to climb up to your dorm, and it's so annoying. So I'm following them. I'm carrying all this heavy stuff, you know. Like let's get this done. I'm still, my shoulder is still sore from yesterday. I'm carrying all that crap, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go. It can't be that far. So I'm following them. We go up this little hill, and then it looks like they were like there. Like the way they looked back at me was like, this is as far as we gotta go. So I catch up to them, and they're like, all right, we got to go up these stairs now. And I'm like, motherfucker. All right, I'm like, all right, pick up all this heavy crap again. And now we're walking up the stairs with it. And I'm like, oh man, I'm out of breath at this point. We go up these stairs, and I'm like, oh shit. And I noticed them going up another flight of stairs. And I'm like, motherfucker, man. So I'm like, all right. Pick up the crap again, and I'm walking up all these flights of stairs, and I'm so out of breath at this point. And we get to the top, and I look, and they keep walking down this path to another flight of stairs, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing, dude? This guy wanted me to drive it all the way to him. He wanted $50 off of my original asking price. And now he has me carrying this shit, all the heavy stuff, up to his damn dorm. Like, what the fuck am I doing? By the time we get to the next flight of stairs, he's like, all right, you can just leave it here. Like, we can take the rest. We'll just, like, take turns carrying stuff up these stairs to the dorm. And I'm thinking, like, dang, God. But I think he said that because he doesn't want me to know where he is. After that, like, it was cool. I was like, yeah, have fun. He was buying the drum set for his friend, actually. It wasn't for him. He plays guitar. His friend plays drums. They want to start a band together to play at college. And I thought that was really cool. But just, these kids, man, you want $50 off. You want me to use my gas and my views, cool, but to go drop it off to you. And then you want me to carry all the heavy shit up the stairs? Like, come on, bro. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, man. Oh, it's getting smoky in here. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm about to plug in the big fan. Yeah, let's plug in the big fan. 1 second. All right, I'm about to put this sauce on the meat and then start this stove again. All right, here we have it. My first plates. My first plate of spaghetti. All right, time for a taste test. Actually, I'm gonna grab a fork. Yeah. Yeah. That was so easy to make. I wonder why I've never, I mean, I know why I've never was like, I need to learn how to make spaghetti. Because somebody was always making it in my family. But it's so good. Okay. I want to shut this camera off and enjoy my meal and clean up my mess that I made. And did I finish my story? I had to carry up all these flight of stairs. It was finally over. They were going to carry the rest. I got my money. I went into town, that other town. I went to the dollar store there and got some cool stuff. I'll show you guys later in another video where I'm going to dedicate a video to my altar haul, all the stuff that I've been buying in stores and thrift stores, the dollar store, but also ordering online towards creating my altar to practice the Wiccan religion. That'll be another video. But I found some cool pieces at the dollar store there. And then I went to go get Chinese food because I haven't bought myself food from a restaurant in a while now. And I felt like this is a good time to do that, to treat myself, to do some self-care and to enjoy that. And then I got paranoid because the security guard kept walking around my truck. And I didn't want to get the knock and get kicked out. So I said, let me just get out of here and go back to the town that I'm used to. All the spots that I'm used to going to. I'll feel comfortable being where I'm familiar with. So I left. And that was my day yesterday. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm cooking spaghetti and telling you all about my week. And yeah, I really want to eat my food now. So I'll see you guys later. Now, if I didn't cut that part out and clip tomorrow's video with this one, that means I didn't need to go and charge my battery, figure out how to charge my battery with a car charger. And if I didn't need to do that, then I'm going to end the video here and tell y'all goodbye and hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are all right. Hope you guys are taking care of your mental health. And I'll see you guys in the next video next week.